It's another Wednesday, which means we're coming your way with AM Business, brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African bank. Now today, we're going to focus on the textile industry and how it has thrived over the years.
As far back as the 19th century, Ghana prided itself of exclusive indigenous fabrics and designs, including beautiful kente, fugu, batik, and the tie and dye prints. With improvements in the designs and colors over time, the hand-woven kente and fugu have managed to stand the test of time. Unfortunately, the story has been different for the batik and tie and dye. With 17 years of experience in the batik and tie and dye industry, Messignane has been producing various local prints. Business was good in the first few years. Those were the days when most schools and organizations used the local prints as uniforms. However, business has slowed. This she blames on the scarcity of the main fabric used for production of the batik, calico.
Week no, with me 50 pieces.
The material we use is imported. Sometimes when they bring it, it takes a while to clear it due to the taxes and duties. Finally, when it is cleared from the port, those with more money go for everything, and there's none left for us.
Some dealers complain that the batik and tie and dye fabrics are usually monotonous in their designs and make it less attractive to people. However, Mercy says this is not a major challenge, as others still appreciate the indigenous wax prints for their quality.
I could make about 50 pieces in a week. Then I take it to the market to sell and come back and make new ones. Sales was good because I had people who bought it in bulk and paid me. Then after they sell, they brought back the balance.
What remains a major challenge is the battle against pirated local fabrics, which are relatively cheaper. With only a third of textiles on the market being indigenous brands, it can be concluded that government is losing the fight against pirated textiles. With as low as 5 cedis, one could get a yard of pirated prints, whereas you require about 13 cedis to buy a yard of a local print. Traders fear that if nothing is done to check the influx, local fabrics will lose out of the competition and could soon be wiped out of the markets.
Ama price no yenye product e wo memo ekoso dodo it's me ba for my anke be boy naka obi no be ha no se wo kotogo.
Our products are too expensive. We need to make it cheaper. If it were affordable, I doubt traders will be importing from Togo. Imagine if we had GTP, Printex, ATL, all producing at a cheaper rate. I doubt people will purchase the high targets.
I don't think say I will go for high targets. I may thought the apamata. Me fan cabanet slate. Obi fan Bermantoma. Nka GTP ni be reni. Be ma yeso adwuma na koso.
Me the me bank 1972. Na me anti ntoma na oto. Nti odi mi free krasi ba na odi me share ntoma no.
I have been selling textiles since 1972. Back then, we had so many factories, yet we had cheaper fabrics we called CD. Truth is, not everyone can afford expensive fabrics, so we cannot insist that we ban the cheaper imported ones.
So, and say you na yepe, obi beba no ohiani wa opedi ye fofofo. Me call land me ko hu China ni ama ebi gu form. Your bossudum quality so so and I'm saying and son ye painting no yen to me kasi kwanso ni ama no ye de no enye pepepe and when solve problem no my.
Although Ghana's fashion industry has evolved and witnessed a growth over time, local exports are largely adulterated, and so people are forced to purchase some prints at high cost. Gregory Canton is the president of the Apparel Manufacturers Association in Ghana.
For this industry, it's driven by scale, okay? What we are doing here is not adequate to meet the international market. If you take shots on, if you take the AliExpress website, for instance, you realize that they take a particular garment and they replicate it in about 4 to 10 different sizes, and for the same thing in about 6 different colors, okay? I don't know which of us here is doing it. We've been trying to do it, but just to do that alone, you are looking at close to 100,000 for just one piece.
Although government has introduced a tax stamp policy to curb the influx of pirated goods, marketing director of the textile brand GTP, Stephen Badu, explains that the tax imposition may not be enough to curb the menace.
This piracy, we can check the smuggling, we can check the taxes on our product. We have the potential to really export. Because, like it or not, this design, the what we call African print, the origin is Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. So we are the base. It's one of our competitive advantages we have. This design, anywhere in the world, when you wear this design, everybody knows you're from West Africa, and in this specifically, either Ghana or Cote d'Ivoire. So we do have that competitive advantage. If only we can put our acts right, we can clean up the system, make sure that the local industries, or we create a fair playing ground for the local industry to thrive. We can expand our capacities, because as we speak, we are producing way below capacity. We can have other investors coming into the industry.
He goes ahead to explain the difference between the two fabrics, the fake and the original ones.
This on my right is original from GTP, and this is a fake one, imported fake one. But look at the name. Without the labels, it's almost impossible to tell. But now if you compare the two, you see the richness of the color of the original and compare it to this. In fact, until you bring them closer, you will not realize how different they are. So you find a lot of this, if stand on its own, you may look, this is beautiful. But until you compare it to the original, you see the differences in the color. Much richer, much better quality than the fake ones. Of course, counterfeiters will never do something quality to match the original. It never happens anywhere. So this is a challenge you are confronted with. So you go into the market, this will sell to you at about 85, 90 cities, while this is going for 50, 55 cities.
For the players in the industry, they believe that the success of the industry depends on us all.
The fabrics we make here are of good quality, except the prices are high. But if you buy them, they last longer. And if you buy the cheaper ones, you would have to buy again because of the poor quality. So if you look at the ones I have over there, for instance, I've used it for about 4 years, but it still looks good.
Yeah,